Hello friends, my name is Aboli. Welcome to my channel Aboli on DevOps Duty. I'm really excited to you have here as we kick off this brand new series, one of the most exciting and in demand area in the tech today, that is a cloud and the DevOps technology. So I hope you shall support my channel by liking, sharing and subscribing, because I shall be put a lot of content and dropping the real world content that we can help you to grow, whether you are a student, you are working professional, or someone looking to switch your career. So basically the part of this series, the main moral of the story of my this series, that is I want to aware about the how the nowadays DevOps in the cloud technology is growing, and how it's why it's important nowadays. So basically in this my video today we will discuss about the part this six. So the first part, as you can see here, the before the cloud on premises area, we will discuss about the what is happening before the cloud. Next part, that is the rise of cloud computing. We'll discuss about the how the cloud came and what will the impact of nowadays. And the third part again came the entire entry the DevOps, that culture shift, how the culture is shifted from the cloud to DevOps. Again the fourth part, that we will discuss about the DevOps plus cloud. So what is the perfect combo of these two? We'll discuss again the fifth part, the tools that power DevOps and cloud. What are the tools that powerful nowadays in the DevOps and cloud? And the sixth part, the last, we will discuss about the future of the DevOps and in cloud in the 2025 and the beyond. So this is like my first the series we will shall go. We will start. So let me move the next slide. Okay. So the next slide exactly. Uh, mm, the about why the DevOps and cloud, the future and evaluation strategies really, real world impact. Okay, so basically, this is the like a series. Not exactly why DevOps and cloud, but the goal of this series is not just to teach you what is the DevOps and cloud, but to help you to understand why they matter, how they involve, and what roles they will play in real business scenarios today. So if you are in the serious about building your career in the tech, so you are in the right place. Okay, so let's divide into the first part. So why DevOps and cloud so important today. Okay, so think about the how fast technology is moving. Businesses needed to innovate quickly, deliver the update faster, stay available by 27 by 4, 27 by 4, and that's where the cloud and DevOps come. So the cloud is completely transformed the way organization operate. Instead of buying expensive hardware, maintaining the data centers and dealing with the infrastructure problems, companies now just rent a computing power that we need on demand. Let's scale. It's a scalable, flexible, the more cost effective, with just a few clicks. So you can launch a servers, store metadata of data, run the global applications, or even leverage cutting edge AI tools. So services like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, nothing but the GCP, and are leading this revolution as a businesses of all size are jumping on boards. So on the other hand side, we have the DevOps, right? We have the DevOps. One side is cloud, and other hand side is that is DevOps. So the culture and the set of practice that being the development, the operation teams together. They instead of writing a code and together to it over the wall to the operation team, the DevOps encourage the collaboration, the automation, rapid delivery. So using the tools like CI/CD pipeline as infrastructure as a code, nothing but IAC, monitoring dashboards and automated testing, companies can deploy changes to production in a minute with the confidence and stability. Okay, so this is not just to reduce the downtime, but also boost the productivity in the customer satisfaction. So in short, the cloud gives you the infrastructure freedom, okay, and DevOps gives you the process speed. Together they form a powerful combo that modern businesses simply cannot ignore, right? So that's the exactly what we are going to explore in detail throughout this series. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. We'll see what is the next. Nothing but exactly I discuss you uh, how companies are transforming from traditional setup to the modern solution. Correct. Okay, so as you can see here in the image, I just put a one basic understanding the image on the on-premises data and to the cloud, right? So what I am writing here, according to the Gartner's report, okay, new insight into the success with the digital transformation, organization must have prepared for the commitment of at least 3 years to ensure success. Correct? At least 3 years to ensure success. When the moving to more development process, the teams with less than a year of experience with a new development process shows a success rate of only 34%. Okay, while for this with more than 3 years of experience, the percentage skyrockets to 81. So, if you ask me, what is this Gartner's report and what I am discussing here, and how the companies, what is the reason exactly behind the companies are transforming from the on premises to the cloud? So, if I give you the idea about Gartner's report, the Gartner's is an IT research firm and the consultancy formerly known as Gartner's Group. Correct? So, Gartner's use a data visualization and the analysis tools to help IT professionals around the world make decisions regarding the technology investment for their organization. Okay, so also, the Gartners provides the insights and the solution across the many areas of IT, offering the client actionable advices on the developing the strategies, selecting the technologies, and implementing them in their businesses. Right. Their mission is to help customer use the technology to improve their performance and create values for their stakeholders. Right. This is the most important thing. So Gartner's global network of research and analysts provides the analysis to support those decisions. So why I am discussing about this Gartner report? Um the thing is, if you are an IT professional, we have to follow this report. They are continuously updating the updated news regarding the IT and the IT departments. You can say IT field. What are the things are going ups now, right? So if you want to stay up to date for regarding the IT news, so you have to must read this Gartner report. Okay, so this is about our this is why how the companies are transforming. So if you want to explore more about this Gartner report, I will put the link in the description. Please read it. Okay, so come to the point. Discussion about the company transformation. So all right, on the next I'll just break down the how the companies are shifting away from the old school infrastructure, moving into the world DevOps in the cloud. So now let's take a closer look at the shift organization are making from the legacy system to modern cloud native and the DevOps driven in architecture, right? So story driven version means like the first part imagine the running business on outdated tools and the slow deployment as now compared to that speed and flexibility of modern cloud environment, and that's the most important reason of transmission we are going to see across the industry. Okay, so this is like the companies why the moving to the cloud, right? Let's see in the next slide. We will see nothing but as I informed you previously, we will talk about the sixth part of in this series, the part one, the before the cloud on premises era. All right, so now that we are understand how the cloud and the DevOps are today. Correct. So let's remind the bit and look at the how things used to work before the cloud came into the picture. This part of story, what we call on the on premises era, the time when companies had to manage everything on their uh, what you can say on their own rights of the ground up means now so now those days if a company wanted to host a website or run an application, right? So they had to start buying physical server racks and the racks of machine store in the room that looked at the small data center. Correct. Okay, so if they couldn't set up this themselves, they would rent out the space in the third party data center, which still involved long contracts and heavy upstream cost. Right. So buying the hardware was just a beginning. You shall needed a specialized team to manage every part of the infrastructure, from the networking, cooling, you can say what are things are there, back system power backups, to manually installing operating system. Everything had to be done in house, correct? So it was a time consuming, obviously, and resource intensive and extremely rigid, if you can say. And of course, for every new app or feature, you have to set up a different environment. You can, friends, you can think how it was critical and how it was manual work too much, like development, testing, staging, and the production. So all of which needed separate configurations. It wasn't just a technical work; it was a operational heavy lifting too. Okay, so now here where the real pain points started showing up. So let's look at the challenges of this traditional on-premises setup. So if you can see here, as we discuss here, buying, we need to buy the physical server, renting, the setting up the data, hiring the team to manage networking and all things, installing the operation system, setting up the environment for development, all state, all environment of that deployment process, correct? So the problem what was happen, the high capital cost. Okay, you can see that boy how much frustrated of because of cost and manual work. Okay, so the needed of huge budget just to get started, right? That's why the cost is high. Servers and routers and firewalls and cooling units and all these are required a large upstream investment, correct? Even they, after spending a much more cost and manual work, there was no guarantee to would be scale up business growth, correct? So that's why that is the one limitation, I mean, disadvantages of on-premises compared to cloud. The second thing, long deployment cycle, means the rolling out a new feature and the application could take some weeks or even months, right? Every step from the hardware procurement to software configuration added a delay. So that's why the deployment process was too long. The third thing, team working in isolation, means teams are working in isolation. The separate teams are for both, I mean, every work. Okay, each work. The development and the operation were two separate departments. Developers wrote a code and they handed it over to operation. So this handoff often cause friction, misunderstandings, and the delay. Right. So that's why this is one of the I mean, limitation, disadvantages of on-prema. Teamwork is, it was isolation. And the fourth point is scaling up was slow. Okay, so imagine your app gonna viral overnight. Your app is there and you want to viral or famous overnight in one night. So you can just click a button and to handle the traffic, right? So you have to buy configure. I mean, buy and configure more servers, correct? Which could be take a days, which could be take a weeks. And how can you famous your app once in one night over one night, right? So not exactly idea for the fast moving businesses. So that's why that scaling also was too slow. The fifth point is not um, globally accessible. So if you ask me, your app is on one overnight you want to famous. So it was I mean, it's impossible for that on premises. Now your, if in overnight you cannot famous this much your app, so how can you accessible it globally? This is also one of the benefit, I mean, limitation of this on premises, correct? So uh, on-premises system were usually local, correct? So if you wanted to your app to be accessible over worldwide with a low latency, you need to set up a multiple data centers in the different countries. That was just not feasible for the most businesses. Okay, so now you can see the on-premises era come a lot of it, sure. So there are a lot of disadvantages of on-premises. Okay, so too much manual work, sure. Okay, it was give the companies full control, but at the cost of flexibility, speed, and the scalability. And the today, fast-paced digital world that just doesn't work anymore, right? So here is exactly why the company started looking the smarter solution and when the cloud stepped in. Okay, so this is about first part before the cloud, what is happening on premises. Let's come to the next part and we'll discuss how the cloud computing is a game changer nowadays. Okay, okay, so the part 2, that is the rise of cloud computing, correct? So how the cloud computing came, and why the cloud exactly. So, friends, trust me, this is where the real transformation begins. You see, just a few years ago, businesses had their own physical servers in their own buildings. These systems were expensive, slow to scale, vulnerable to all the sort of risk, from the hardware failure to security branches. So, managing this on-premises system was trying to run a marathon, okay, while carrying a heavy backup. So that's why I just for understanding purpose I put this one image. You can see how that man is coming from on-premises to the cloud. Okay, so but then come in the cloud. So why the cloud? If you ask me why the cloud, so first thing, that is the most important benefit of cloud: pay as you pricing. So how much you are using, that much you have to pay, correct? So take an example of your home electricity bill. How much you are using in the current month, that much unit bill you have to pay, correct? So same way, no more hug upfront investment in the servers and the storage. Instead of, businesses only pay for what they use, like paying for electricity or water. It made a technology affordable and flexible even for a small startups. Okay, so again, the second thing, instant provisioning means, in the old days, setting up a new server could take a weeks. Okay, now with cloud providers like AWS, Azure, and the GCP, you can spin up a new environment in minutes. In a minute, I'm saying. So speed like this completely changed how businesses operate. Okay, then the third point is global scalability. So means which means a need to expand your app across different countries. The cloud let you deploy your services across the global with just a few clicks. It's like uh, i mean teleportation for your application. So that is one of the most benefit of cloud. Then build in redundancy and the backup means disasters happen. For example, any disaster happen, server crash. Okay, so power cuts occur, but in the cloud, your data is automatically backup. Across the multiple location. Okay, so even one server fails, your server stay online. How? Already your we set up for the backup, and this reliability gives the business an enormous confidence to innovate. So that's why the built-in resilience backup is one of the part of cloud is important. Next thing, that is industry grade security, which means the cloud provider invest billions, yes, in billions, blue, and into the cyber security, encryption, access control, compliance, and certifications, all built in. Honestly, my friends, the most companies could never afford this level of security on their own. Okay, and finally, the last point is disaster recovery built in. The traditional disaster recovery solution were expensive and the complicated. So the cloud made it easy. Okay, trust me, my friends, cloud made it easy. Now companies can recover their data and services quickly after an outage or cyber attack, correct, with the minimum disruption. Okay, so when you look at this, all the superpower, affordability, speed, global reach, resilience, and the security. Okay, so it's no wonder the cloud isn't just an option anymore, it's the future. Okay, so this is like the second part where the rises of cloud computing, how the cloud is and what is the most important benefit of cloud we saw. We'll see in the next part, we'll explore about the more how the business involving their strategy is fully harness the power of cloud computing. Okay. Okay, so the nothing but the third part is enter the DevOps culture shift. Okay, so as I am showing here, the last slide, that is why DevOps, cloud. The similarly we will see in this slide, that is why DevOps. Okay, uh, okay. So now let's think about this for a second. Before DevOps, right? So software development, the IT operation were treated like a two completely separate world. I'm saying the two completely separate words. I hope my friends you are understanding whatever I'm saying, and please try to watch repeatedly of my this session. You will get more and more idea. Okay, fine. So let's come to the DevOps part. So the developers were responsible for the writing a code, adding a new features and involving fast. So what I'm discussing here, before the DevOps. Okay, what I say, before the DevOps, the software development, the IT operations were treated like two separate, completely separate worlds. So the developers were the responsible for writing a code, adding a new features and innovating the fast, you know. So operation teams on the other hand were responsible for keeping the system stable, secure and running 24 by 7. The problem is where the two different teams, correct, had a different goal, except different priorities, correct, often to very little communication between them. You think guys, in the office itself there are two teams, so there are two separate team leaders of the two teams, two separate managers. So how can we you can except they all two team members, different members, they can talk each other and communication is good. So same way, so DevOps, before the DevOps, that there was a development, the operation team are completely different. So imagine developers saying, here is a new feature, okay, here is a new feature and it works fine on my machine. Now you figure it out, and the operation, uh, okay, what I say, here is a new developer will say, here is a new feature, it works fine on my machine, and now you figure it out, and the operation will reply, wait, this update is breaking production, we can't risk downtime, right? So what will be the result on this? He will say, what operations will say to the developer team, wait, this update is breaking production and we can't risk downtime. So what will happen if they say like this? Longer delivery time, correct? So frequent miscommunication also. Frustrated team also will get frustrated at one time. Okay, and the most important, unhappy customer. So the our goal of the every work, that is the customer should be happy, right? So DevOps was born to solve this exactly problem. So at this heart of the DevOps is culture, professional movement that says development and the operation must work together. They should not be separate teams. They should share responsibilities, and they should automate as much as possible to move faster without breaking things. Correct. So now we'll discuss about the what are the benefit of DevOps. Okay, a lot of benefits I brought it here. So let's break down the each and every one, and let's show you. Let's give the practical example how the this benefit is good fit for DevOps benefit. Correct. So first one, if you can see here, the reliability means the application are monitored 24 by 7 with alerts. So issues are detected early and the system stay available for users, right? So that is the benefit of DevOps. And the second one, the reduced time to recover. Okay, so second, that it's showing the time if something goes wrong, like some bugs or a crash, small frequent updates and the quick rollbacks means the problems are fixed faster, right? That's why we are saying the reduced time to recover. This is a DevOps benefit. So next will be efficiency. Efficiency means you know, the in the school, if you in school or college, if you saw the formula of efficiency, what will the formula? Output by input means what is the output we are getting. Okay, so by automating the manual task like building the testing, deploying the code, teamwork smart and not hard. That is the, that's why they are saying the efficiency output should be important. Okay, it should be smart workers, team smart team leader, team members, not a hard worker. Okay, so then only we will got a output something for the which will be beneficial for DevOps. The next one is the lower risk. Okay, so lower risk means instead of pushing the hug risk updates, DevOps encourage small continuous improvement. This will minimize the failure. That's why we are saying that this is a risk is lower. Okay, and the second next one is shorter dev cycle means shorter development cycle. So instead of taking months to release a new feature of company can release this weeks and every day or every hours. Okay, so that's why the cycle make a development cycle using the DevOps. Okay, so now the second one is the stability. Stability means it should be small regular updates, create a new predictable system. Okay, so favor the surprises and the less sources. So that is the benefit of stability of DevOps. Okay, now beyond of this, you can say the faster update means the user get a new feature quicker. Quickly, right? Features quickly. That's why we are saying faster update. Next one, better user experience because the systems are more stable and the reliable. Okay, and next one, favor the failures. Okay, because every change is tested and monitored automatically. That's why less failure is there. Then next one, higher quality. So higher quality overall, obviously you will get the idea practically when you come to the really put really put your hand really put your intention into the DevOps, then you will get the idea why we are saying high quality this is, right? Next one, that is a faster product delivery to stay ahead of competitors. That's why. And then the cost saving, the last one is the most important because the automation reduces the manual effort and the operation cost. Okay, so this is what we saw about the DevOps, correct? And now really the magic of DevOps happen through the automation. With the DevOps we automate the critical task that we used to slow and the manual, right? So CI/CD, if you can see here, CI/CD pipeline. CI/CD means which is nothing but continuous integration and the continuous delivery. So this means the code changes are automatically build, test, deploy and minimal human efforts. That's why we are calling continuous integration the continuous deployment and nothing but delivery, right? So next one is continuous testing. Why we are saying the continuous testing is DevOps? Because every new code changes it automatically tested. So now once the month once in a month, but immediately they are checking, ensuring the faster feedback and the higher quality due to the continuous testing of the application. So this is one of the why the DevOps is reason. The second one is automated deployment. So there is no more manual servers setup or downtime during the release. Everything is scripted and the repeatable, right? So that's why automated deployment we are seeing, okay, in the DevOps. Next one is the monitoring in the real time. So the applications and systems are consistently monitored. The teams can react quickly to the problems and offer before the customer even notice. So there are a lot of tools that we are using for monitoring, such as Grafana and the Prometheus, CloudWatch as a DevOps one, as a one AWS service. So there are a lot of things are there. So we'll discuss one by one. This is just think about introduction and the overview of the why cloud and DevOps is nowadays in demand. So the DevOps is just, isn't it just a technical shift, but it's a competitive culture shift. Okay, so it's about the breaking soils and building trust, moving fast, delivering value to customer, and continuously reliable. Okay, so we'll see in the next video. We'll see how the DevOps and the cloud together get creating a new IT landscape and why these skills are the huge demand in today. So if you are serious about the building, I mean future in the tech in the IT and especially in the DevOps and the cloud, please subscribe my channel. So friends, please subscribe my channel, the like and stay updated. The lot of content I'm going to share in my series. Okay, let's see. Now we will saw why the cloud, why the DevOps. Okay, now let's see the combination of DevOps and the cloud. What will happen? Okay, so before that we'll discuss about the DevOps tools which I mentioned you now. So there are a lot of tools for monitoring, also for deployment, for everything. Okay, so we are not going to I mean in deep of this each tool, but I will give the overview what are the things are there and how exactly DevOps works in practice, right? So which tool in terms to use every step, that I'll show you. The DevOps cycle, how it will go: the plan, build, integrate, deploy, operate and monitor, correct? So this is why we are calling the DevOps sign is infinity. Okay, so mm all right. So if you can see here, plan. So plan means project management and the collaboration. How we can project management? What are the tools are there present? You can see here is a part that tools are present. So you can Jira is one of the most management tool. Jira, Trello, um, then Microsoft Team, Slacks and Basecamp. So these are the tools that helps to collaborate and track the progress and communication in the real world, right? Next will come to the build. Okay, so build is means coding and version control. Okay, version control means nothing but git. Okay, git is a version control tool, and the git, github, gitlab, npm, the kubernetes and the dockers and github. So these are the all tools that will come in the build part, right? So this phase ensure that high quality and secure and the manageable code basis, correct? Next one, integrate. Okay, integration nothing but. So integration means the continuous integration will come. Okay, after code is right, it's integrated and build and tested continuously. Okay, so tools which conveys here: Jenkins, Circle CI, okay, Travis CI, then Buddy Build, Team City, again code ship and automated this integration process. Okay, these are the tools that will come in the integration part. So these tools catch issues early and speed up the deployment flow. Okay, next one is deploy. So deploy once the code passes or test is automatically packaged and deployed to production, right? So here are the tools, for example, AWS nothing but, then Azure, GCP, okay, Ansible, HashiCorp, HeroQ. So this provides the infrastructure and the automation needed to move the code safely into the live environment, right? Next we'll come to the operate, IT operation, the management. Once the application need to stay the running 24 by 7, right? So there are tools that will manage to operate operations. What are the tools are there? You can see Puppet is there, the Chef is there, Off Genies, and the Pegger Duty, the Rack Space, and the Victor Ops. So these are the all things that will help to incident the management, alerting, and the operation automation. Right? Okay. So next will come the monitoring. Okay, observability and the incident response. So finally, the monitoring tools that ensure the system is healthy, fast and serving the users properly. So popular ones the tools are Nagios, Zabbix, okay, Splunks, Datalogs, Diagnostic, App Dynamics, New Reliance, and the Sentry. Okay, so these are the tools that helps to team catch issues before the customer do and provide the data for continuous improvement. Right. So as you can see here, the DevOps is not about the tools. Okay, it's not about the tools. It's an ecosystem. Why I'm saying the about, it's about using the right combination of tools that make sure the planning, coding, testing, and the releasing, as well as monitoring happen shamelessly. So without slice and without delay, right? So this tool chain forms a backbone of every successful DevOps organization, and the best part is the most of these tools integrate with each other. Okay, but a lot of tools integrate each other and creating a smooth automated flow with a new idea, with a whiteboard, all the way to live features in production, right? So this is the before combination of cloud and DevOps that I wanted to show you. Now let's see the high performance of team, I mean DevOps team, actually how different, right? So why I'm saying this, the combination of cloud and the DevOps is, you guys all should know how the DevOps and cloud work together. Okay, in the traditional environment, setting up the servers and the network, scaling the infrastructure used to take a week. Correct. But in the cloud plus DevOps, it now takes a minute. Okay, trust me, friends. It takes a minute. The team can plan, build, okay, plan, build, test, release, deploy, operate, and monitor. So this is the cycle of DevOps. That's why we are calling it's an infinity work. It will not stop. Continuously it will work. Plan, code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, and monitor. Again it will start. So this is the why symbol of infinity we are going for the DevOps, right? So the all inside the flexible, scalable the cloud environment. The cloud platforms like, not only AWS, apart from Azure is there, GCP is there, Alibaba Cloud is there. So on the demand uh, of cloud, the most in the huge demand in the current market, that is AWS Cloud, offers a powerful tools to automate every part of the DevOps life cycle. So from the continuous integration and the continuous deployment, even the real-time monitoring, the result is faster release, higher quality, lower cost, and ability to scale the instantly with the business's need. Okay, so in short, what I wanted to show you, the DevOps and cloud, DevOps on cloud, I'm saying DevOps on cloud is how modern digital innovation happen fast, reliable, and the unstoppable. Okay, so let's see what I wanted to show you, that part 4, nothing but DevOps plus cloud is the perfect combo, is the perfect curry. Okay, so if you can see, DevOps by itself is powerful, you know, DevOps by itself is powerful, and cloud by itself is revolutionary. But when you combine these two, you unlock true digital transformation, right? So why this is combo is so important, because the cloud platform offer exactly what DevOps need: speed, flexibility, scalability, and the automation at scale. So these are the four parts much and important in DevOps. What I'm saying: speed, flexibility, scalability, and the automation at scale. All right. So DevOps is all about continuous integration, continuous delivery, and nothing but continuous feedback. Okay, so the cloud supercharges all these are by providing on demand infrastructure, server, containers, database, monitoring tools, everything you need instantly available. Okay, using the DevOps. So DevOps plus cloud, for example, let's look at some real world example. So as I am showing here, Jenkins pipeline running on AWS EC2 instance, nothing but server. Okay, so here developer push their code into the GitHub, right? So Jenkins host and AWS automatically pull the code, build it, test it, and deploy it without manual intervention. Okay, that's why we are saying Jenkins pipeline running on AWS EC2. Okay, next one, Kubernetes cluster running on JK and AKS means, um, Google Kubernetes Engine and Azure Kubernetes Service. So instead of worrying about this hardware and the scaling containers manually, cloud platform handles all the orchestration and the auto scaling for you. Okay, next one is the AWS Lambda functions automatically deploying code, right? So you don't even need a server, right? So Lambda lets you run your code directly. in response to even like a file upload, database change, and it virtually say scale. Okay, then the monitoring tools like CloudWatch. Okay, so there are a lot of monitoring tools are there, but using AWS is providing one of the service, that is a CloudWatch. So monitoring becomes a super easy in the cloud. How you can set up the dashboards, alerts, and the logs, where the collection in the minute, lot of logs. Okay, so deeply integrated into your CI/CD workflow. Right. Next one, that is integrated into um, the CI/CD workflow, right? So all of these tools are tightly integrated into the DevOps and the CI/CD pipeline, which means the faster release, better reliability, real-time monitoring, and the massive cost saving. The team no longer needs to guess how much infrastructure you shall need, right? Cloud services automatically scale, okay, and based on traffic, system load, user demand, right? In short of this part which I wanted to um, say you, the DevOps and cloud together that power modern tech engine today. From the startup to Fortune 500 companies, if you want to speed and the quality and the innovation, you must embrace DevOps on cloud. Okay, come to the next slide. We'll explore the more real companies are using the combination. And let's see the next slide what we will be there. Yeah, nothing but the part fifth. Okay, that is tools that power DevOps and cloud. That's what I'm saying. What are the tools are there? As we saw in the last slide, nothing but CI/CD, right? If the DevOps and the cloud are ultimate power couple, so then these tools are their secret weapon. So these tools will help team the automate, scale, secure, and the monitor everything, right? As with the speed and the precision, right? So the cloud and the DevOps are truly complicated each other, uh, because the cloud platform make it easier to build a DevOps pipeline, right? While the DevOps practice what I'm saying, yeah, while the DevOps practice maximize what the cloud can do, right? So let's see the quickly break down the major tools that categorize the that power this DevOps energy, right? One of the most popular tool, that is a CI/CD, continuous integration, the continuous delivery, and tools like Jenkins and GitHub Action, GitLab, Circle CI. This will help to automate your build and deployment process, right? Instead of manual deployment, your code moves from development to production with just a few clicks, as or even automatically. Right. Next one is containerized and the orchestration. So think of the Docker and the Kubernetes, also as well as Amazon EKS as your AKS, and these tools let you to package your application and run them consistently across every environment. Okay, any environment, and whether it's your laptop, a cloud server, or a Kubernetes cluster, right? That's why the orchestration and the container is the powerful tool of DevOps. Next one is the infrastructure as a code, nothing but IAC. So there is a Terraform is there, AWS cloud formation is there, Polynomy, provision, manage infrastructure using tools. So these are the infrastructure tools are there. So for example, if you need a 50 servers, instead of clicking around the dashboard, you just write a script and press the deploy. Boom, the instantly 50 servers are will create in your AWS. Okay, this is the power of ISC infrastructure as a tool. Is a powerful um, powerful tool in the DevOps, right? Next one is the monitoring and the logging. So Prometheus, Grafana, ELK, Slacks, and the CloudWatch and the monitoring tools, and there are storing the logs also, and alerts also will set in the real time, right? This will help you to track a system performance, monitoring uptime, and the capture the real time logs. If anything breaks, you shall get a notification before the user even notice, right? So there is a point to set up emails also, so that we can get an email. We will set the alerts. section, right? So that's why the monitoring and logging is one of the most important power tool in DevOps. Again, next one, security. So security is the back right into the DevOps process, right? So HashiCorp, Vaults, AWS IAM, Snack manage secret. Okay, so what will do the HashiCorp? So it will help to manage a secret, right? Again, AWS IAM, it controls who can access what. Identity access management. Oh, see, if we will create a one root account of AWS account, and if you are in your company, if you if the employees are there multiple and they want this AWS account to access, so what you will do, you will not provide the root access. What you will do, you will create IAM users of separate of each user, and you will send to them. Okay, so that's why this is one of the tool come in the security part. Okay, now the tools like Snacks automatically scan your code for vulnerabilities, right? So that's why the security is one of the most powerful tool in DevOps record. Again, next is serverless. Serverless with means the services are like AWS Lambda and the Azure function. You can run your application code without managing any server at all. You just write a code as a cloud handle rest. Okay, so in practice, each of these tools plays a critical role in the creating of DevOps plus cloud environment. So these are the most powerful tools in the DevOps nowadays. Automate, scalable, secure, and extremely efficient. These are providing. Okay, the cloud and the DevOps are truly like ultimate powered couples in today's modern world, and without these tools, magically simple wouldn't happen. Okay, so we'll see in the next slide that. How to choose and the right tools based on your project needs, right? Okay, so before that, again, we will see when the combine of cloud and the DevOps. Early slide only we saw how the what will happen if the cloud and DevOps come together, right? Okay, so it's beautiful to show you cloud and DevOps as a two ways of bicycle. Right? Why I'm seeing here, if you ask me, why I'm showing you here one bicycle, one wheel is cloud and the second is DevOps. Right? So working together to move faster. Why I'm saying that if the cloud and the DevOps work together, it is make faster. So now that let's see, seen the tools that power the DevOps in the cloud, let's talk about the why this combination such a game changer in the today's world. When you combine two cloud solution with a DevOps practice, you are not just keeping up with the times, as you are you are actually setting the pace. Okay, so think about it like by this bicycle here, the cloud is one well, giving you infinity scalability and the flexibility. Other hand side, the DevOps is another well, ensuring the continuous delivery, automation, and the rapid evaluation. Innovation, right? So both ways are essential. Okay, so both ways are powerful. If you think they both work together and if they connected each other, if one of the stop moves, okay, the whole system will slow down, correct? When the both cloud and DevOps spend together smoothly, IT strategy move faster, smarter, much further, right? So this is a synergic offer the unmatched scalability and the flexibility. Not we are not talking about the small improvement that as we saw here. We are talking about the big leap instead of um, baby steps, you can say. So remember, cloud and the DevOps aren't just indivisible trends, they are the two powerful force that when combines, so can truly transfer your entire business strategy, right? So that's why I'm saying the importance of combination of the cloud and the DevOps. You can see here why I'm right. When you combine cloud solution with DevOps practice, you are not just keeping up with the time, you are setting the pace. This is a game changer in your IT strategy, offering unmatched scalability and flexibility. Think big leap instead of small step. What I say, small baby steps. Okay, so let's come to the next slide. That is our last slide. The feature of sorry, the future of DevOps and the cloud in 2025 and beyond. Right? Okay, so uh, okay, so the real world example I give you that stronger impact without sounding too textbook, right? So here you are update a richer version of the sixth part. I mean the future of the DevOps and the cloud. As we I mentioned about the 25 and the beyond, the DevOps and the cloud, there are no longer just operation necessities. So they are the strategic powerhouses that detect the who leads the digital economy and who get left behind, right? So you can see AI ops means imagine an IT system that doesn't just detect problems but predicts them before they happen. Okay, if you want to predict them before they happen, the promise of AI ops, the tool come in the AI ops that leverage the artificial intelligence and the machine learning to revolution the incident the management alerting and the tool cause analysis. Okay, for example the companies like Netflix and the Airbnb, they are already using the AI ops tools like Mogosoft, okay, Mogosoft and Big Panda. So Netflix and Airbnb, these companies are already they are using, and to automate and detect I mean anomalies across the millions of logs in the real time. So resolving the incidents before the customer even notice. So that's why AOps can. Right? Second one is GitOps. Nothing but is transforming the way infrastructure is managed. Right? So instead of clicking the button manually in cloud console, the team declare the infrastructure configuration in Git. Right? So making the rollback rollbacks, adducts, and a disaster recovery as simple as reverting a commit. Correct. So takes where works in suit. They manage thousands of Kubernetes cluster. I'm saying, friends, the thousands of Kubernetes cluster entirely through the Git workflow. Trust me, through the workflow, ensuring the precision and the speed across the massive and the distributed system, right? So this is one of the tool in the future will come now itself the companies are they are using, right? So next one, edge computing means in the real world million second matter. Edge computing is pushing workload, right? So closer to user, the smart homes to I mean autonomous vehicles, right? So think about the Tesla and the fleet. Their cars, okay, their cars process data locally, making split second decision without waiting for the central server, right? So similarly, the factories running IoT devices, right? So rarely the edge computing to monitor and control the operation with a zero lag. That's why the edge computing come. Next one, FinOps means financial intelligence for cloud. So the cloud is not a chip. What I'm saying, the cloud is not a chip, but and FinOps is a how modern team like take control. Okay, it's about the embedding the financial and accountability into the cloud uses. Okay, so the tracking, analyzing, and optimizing every dollar spent. That's why the financial intelligence come. So for example, Spotify saves millions by implementing finance practices. How? The shutting down the idle instance, okay, reducing the workload and the moving non-critical processes to low cost cloud region, right? So that's why the cloud isn't cheap, right? The next part is a green cloud. The most important in this series, the part is coming the future and present also, that green cloud. So where the companies actually reduce their carbon footprint. Next, Fortuner, that is a green cloud. So brands like Google Cloud are leading the charges currently. Friends, trust me, they are running the 100% renewable energy and helping customers choose the data centers with the lowest environment impact. Okay, so the sustainability isn't a nice to have the anymore. It becomes a core competitive advantage nowadays. So it is nothing but the two lines what I'm saying here, the green cloud. In the next slide, friends, we will see a lot of content that I'll show you about the green cloud. Next part, let's finish this, the sixth part one, future of the DevOps and the beyond that. So that is the platform engineering. So the platform engineering finally it's reshaping the internal IT landscape. Why I'm saying this? It's about the creating the self-server developer platform so the engineers can deploy, monitor, and the scale app autonomously without bottlenecking at operations. For example, Shopify built an internal developers platform that slashes the deployment time for days to minute. I mean from days to minute, right? So freeing up their engineers to focus on innovation, not infrastructure, right? So that's why I'm saying the powerful. I mean the powerful tools also there DevOps and the future will come in the what you can say and the startup also. These are the tools are using now MNCs and you can say the big organization, but in the next coming days it will use by the startup also. Why? That's why I'm showing this is why this much important, right? So next slide that we are discussing about the green cloud computing. As I show you the green cloud here, so let's describe this and we'll discuss about what is the green cloud computing. Okay, so the final chapter of this session, my our incredible the journey through the world of cloud computing. We are talk about previously what is the cloud computing, why it's existed, how it's evolved, the present demand and the past boom, and the future it's racing towards. Correct? What we discuss? Present demand, past boom, and future it's racing towards. So we have explored the benefit of breakthrough the and backbones of digital transformation. And now we are at the point where that knowledge leads to one powerful idea. A concept I personally admire, tools I believe will reshape the future of infrastructure. Let me introduce you something not many people talking about, sorry, but they are will soon. Okay, so this is a green cloud computing. Trust me, friends, it's more than just green energy. It's a smart, it's scalable, it is going through change the game. Okay, so let's begin from there. The script you will flow right into the powerful session. Let's about this something no one really talk about it. Okay, and quickly reshaping the future, talking about the something no one, I mean why I'm saying this, no one talking about this, uh, it. Okay, so the many people's not many people's don't know about green cloud computing. Okay, so this isn't just about the cloud, it's about the sustainable cloud. Okay, what I'm saying, the sustainable cloud. So this is the green cloud computing, the shift from carbon hungry servers to climate consumption the intelligent infrastructure, friends. And the trust me, what happening behind the scenes will blow your mind. Okay, so the green cloud computing isn't a buzzword, it's a movement. It's about optimizing cloud system so that they consume less energy, emit the less carbon footprints. Okay, do not more the planets. Okay, sorry, I mean do more the planet. Okay, and think the data centers provided by the wind and the servers cooled by erratic air, the AI tools that shut down unused resources in millions, and not just it's not just eco-friendly, it's an eco-intelligent. Correct? And the best part of this green cloud computing, the companies embarrassing this aren't just saving the planet, they are saving the million in operational cost. This is the most important cost. Okay, so let me give you the real world examples. For example, first one I'm showing you the Google Finland data center. Okay, Google I mean Hamina data center sits on the edge of the Baltic Sea, not just to view. It's used to sea water for the cooling instead of energy hungry AC units. Okay, and the result nothing but the massive cut in power usage. That's not a innovation, that's a eco engineering. Okay. And the second thing, that is second case, you can see the AWS gravitation chips. AWS launched its gravitation processors not just for performance but for power efficiency. Okay, so these chips are delivered up to the 60%, but the energy efficiency than x86. Think about, not I'm saying, not I mean, chips are 60% better efficiency than the 686 x86. Okay, so for every thousand instances, companies saves the thousands of watt and cut the emission of dramatically. Okay, so that is the one of the real example. The third one is Microsoft underwater. So data centers, the Microsoft dropping an um, entries data centers under the ocean. How and why? The ocean cold environment, right, intimates the needs for the artificial cooling. This wasn't an experiment, it's a work. Okay, it's work currently. The servers has the lower failure rate than those of the land. Okay, so this is one of the real world example. Fourth one, green web hosting providers. Okay, so you can see the startups like Green Gigs, and the EcoWeb hosting run 100% on renewable energy. Go on the browser and check this, or the companies which are the currently in the current date they are using the 100% renewable energy and planting the trees per project and maintaining the net zero infrastructure. Okay, so your WordPress blog and e-commerce site also can literally runs on sunlight. Okay, guys, friends, please take this information from browser and try to understand why these are important things. Okay, and the second one, I mean, why this matters more than ever. We are engineering, I mean, sorry, we are generating tons of data every second, photos, chats, and AI prompts, okay, streams and deployment. So all that data lives somewhere. Okay, so on the server farms. So if we didn't optimize where and how they are stored, the cloud becomes the climate liability, right? So here the hard, I mean, truth: if the cloud computing were the country, it'd be one of the top 5 energy consumers in the world. Okay, this isn't about being a green to look good. Okay, to look good, it's not about the to look good, about the infrastructure survival. Okay, because in the 10 years of businesses that aren't green, they they should be obsolete, right? So the green cloud isn't just about the conscience, it's a strategy. Okay, forward thinking companies are leveraging green cloud too. So the cut cloud bills by auto scaling based on the real time managing. Again, you can say the meet government carbon regulation ahead of time. Again, the Jane ESG, I mean, environmental, social, and the government funding. Okay, so attracting the climate aware customers and the investors. Okay, let's clear the green. I mean, green is not a cost; it's a competitive advantage. Okay, so it's not only saving the cost; it's a competitive advantage, and the boardrooms and that shift in the happening right now. Okay, so future of the green cloud. That's what I'm saying. Why it's an important, data centers running on the yeah, optimize the solar grids. Again, the blockchain powered the carbon accounting literage, cloud platforms with the carbon scoring the dashboards in your UI, right? Again, global data migration towards the low impact geographic zones, right? So the same way we moved from on premises to cloud, we are now moving cloud to clean cloud. Clean cloud means from the cloud to green ops, right? From the cloud to green ops. What I'm saying, if you are a tech, if you are in the tech as a developer, architect, or business owner, that is your walk up call. Okay, so starting optimizing, starting choosing green providers, start demanding sustainability cloud practicals, because every line of code, every instance you spin up, and every gigabyte you store, it all lives at rest. And from today, it's on us to make that grace green, right? So let's open your eyes. Okay, look at this video and let me know your feedback in the comment section. What you thinking about this green technology? Okay, so here also you can see lot of contents are provided. Read here and try to understand the things are there. Okay, let's move to the next slide. That nothing but I'll show you. So what we discuss about on premises to how the data come from on premises to cloud, then again cloud to DevOps, and again DevOps to, I mean nothing but grid ops. Okay, you understand guys? On premises to cloud, cloud to DevOps, DevOps to grid ops, nothing but green cloud. Okay, so what is happening, uh, let's understand how the digital transformation or the transmission is happening. Raw traditional system to sustainable modern cloud setup, right? So the journey start from the on-premises data centers, where the all hardware and the software are managed locally. The systems are limited in the scalability and the required high operational efforts and the cost, correct? Then it will move from it was a move from the cloud. The first shift happened, that cloud with migration data, then applications and the infrastructure, and moved to AWS cloud, which provides the flexibility, global reach, and reduce the infrastructure management. This is a key, the turning point in the transformation. Okay, from the cloud, again once the infrastructure in the cloud, we implemented DevOps practice, uh, automation and the CI/CD pipeline, also monitoring and early deployment. So this improves the speed, reliability, collaboration between the operation team. Okay, next from the again GreenOps to, I mean DevOps to GreenOps, that is nothing but green cloud computing, means the green cloud. So finally the cloud uses mature, now focus on sustainability. Major providers like AWS, Azure, and the GCP are now using the renewable energy, optimizing the workloads and reducing the carbon emission, and leading to the concept of green cloud. Okay, so overall of this transformation is gonna like this: on premises to cloud, cloud to DevOps, and DevOps to green ops, nothing but green cloud, nothing but sustainable cloud computing. Okay, so each stage brings us to closer to a more efficient, scalable, the environmentally responsible for IT future. Okay, so my friends, I hope you got my point. You are understanding the concept of the basic, you can say this is everything about infrastructure, I mean introduction of only cloud and the DevOps. Okay, so this 1 hour take you are most valuable in the your life. Just try to understand basic introduction why cloud and DevOps, right? Okay, friends, my friends, thank you for joining me to this journey on the future of the DevOps and the cloud, right? The world of technology is evolving faster than ever. Those who stay curious and the procurative will lead the way. If you found value in this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and more insights and strategies and real world updates on the rises of demand of DevOps and the cloud professional. So stay ahead the curve, stay inspired, and always keep learning, keep growing, and keep watching my videos, and keep commenting if you got any content. Let's discuss. Thank you so much.